I was originally going to make a video about both the New York City vaccine mandate as well as the DoD potentially issuing something similar to active duty military troops. I would not be surprised if a lot of active duty personnel, or even in the reserves, or the National Guard actually make an uproar over this and decide to resign from the United States military. That would definitely put a dent in the military. Or at least there's a possibility of that. That just goes to show that these vaccine mandates are very unpopular, not just within the civilian population, but also the military as well. But this video isn't about that. I may potentially make a video about that in the future, but this isn't about that. This is about Andrew Cuomo and his sexual assault allegations. Now, let's face it. And again, I must say, I agree with Sticks, Axe, and Hammer on this. Andrew Cuomo was looking to be the front runner for the Democratic Party in 2024. Joe Biden obviously can't run. He would be, I believe, 82 by the time he hits to 2024 if he lives that long, because it's obvious that he has dementia or Alzheimer's or something similar like that. Hell, there's a likelihood that he may not even finish his presidency, and that this would actually get Kamala Harris into the presidency. Now, talking about Kamala Harris, she isn't popular, not just with the American Party, public, but with the Democratic Party in general. After all, in the 2020 election, when she was in the primaries, she only had 2% a popularity of 2%. And she dropped out before the first caucus, which happened to be in Iowa. And yet, again, somehow she manages to become the installed VP. It's funny how the world works. So yeah, she's obviously not popular. Joe Biden's getting old, and he has some issues with dementia. But so the next possible situation would be Andrew Cuomo. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. Andrew Cuomo is such a big name. He's the governor of New York. And also, and not just he's a high member in the Democratic Party, but he also has some connections to the media, such as through his brother, Chris Cuomo of CNN. And I wouldn't be surprised if these sexual assault allegations actually lead to Chris Cuomo having some involvement in some way. But now with these sexual assault allegations coming out, it's obvious that Andrew Cuomo is not going to become the nominee. It really isn't. Right now, a lot of Democrats are calling for him to resign. Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, even Joe Biden, our president, is trying to call for him to resign. And he's even given a mixed message about impeaching Governor Cuomo. I don't know I honestly don't know what to make of that. He obviously has there's obviously some baggage between him and Andrew Cuomo because of some pictures, but nonetheless, there's been major calls within the Democratic Party for him to resign, and so far, in the making of this video on August 6th, which could happen anytime in the future, he's still the governor and he's not looking to resign. But I'm pretty sure that as a result of these allegations, his career's over. Hell, it's even worse now that the investigation against him is actually has now concluded that there's actual legitimacy behind these sexual assault allegations. But let's face it, Andrew Cuomo has had a lot of baggage ever since COVID-19 occurred. Of course, we all remember with him deciding to pack a lot of COVID patients into nursing homes. This against the CDC's own directives, by the way. The CDC only said that people should do that if they were given no other choice, or specifically states were given no other choice, such as if they run out of room for hospitals or for other facilities. Yet Andrew Cuomo, for a month, disregarded that and said, "I'm gonna put COVID patients within nursery homes anyway," and that caused a lot of elderly to needlessly die. And yeah, there again, this guy already has so much baggage. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say anymore about that specific issue. But again, back to these sexual assault allegations. Once there were accusations made, and this was before the investigation concluded the legitimacy, I did not think that Andrew Cuomo was going to become the Democratic nominee. This would have been given more ammo for the Republicans to use. Just if he ever did become the nominee in 2024 for the Democrats. After all, Andrew Cuomo was the one who said that Donald Trump was a bad dude for supposedly groping. This was in response to his tape from 2005 by grabbing them by the genitals, even though that that was he says that out of context. It was just using that to frame Donald Trump as a bad guy. Let's just say it that way. But yeah, if the Republicans would have easily used the accusations as some kind of ammo to point out the hypocrisy of Andrew Cuomo. Like there isn't enough hypocrisy within the Democratic Party at all. I mean, we already see that with AOC and Cori Bush recently with her stance on defunding the police, yet hiring private security to follow her around. Funny how things work out. Not saying that there isn't stuff like that happening in the Republican Party, but I'm just pointing out that Democrats, just visually tend to do it more. But yeah, considering the situation right now with the Me Too movement and just the hill that the Democratic Party was going to die on, which was that they were completely against this, no matter what. They believed and they were supporters of the hashtag Believe All Women sort of message. And again, Me Too. I honestly didn't think that Andrew Cuomo was gonna become the nominee. He could have at least, and this was before. Again, this is before the investigations concluded. He could have become the nominee. It was just going to be very difficult for him. But now, with the investigation having concluded, there's a likelihood that he may be impeached. I would not be surprised one bit. He's already unpopular within New York, and he may be replaced by someone else, another establishment Democrat. I wouldn't be surprised if Bill de Blasio manages to use this opportunity not only to attack Andrew Cuomo, but to make himself into the front runner for the governorship of New York, as if New York City wasn't bad enough. Now the whole state of New York has to suffer because of Bill de Blasio. But yeah, as a result of these sexual allegations and just the overall baggage, Andrew Cuomo he's done. No matter what, unless he manages to show evidence that he is innocent, the optics of this just doesn't look good for him. He has to either resign or he'll have to face impeachment. There's no other way around it. His career is 100% over. And if he had presidential ambitions, those are dead in the water. Now the Democratic Party doesn't really have anyone, at least significant enough, to potentially go against the Republican Party in 2024 or go against Donald Trump if he decides to run again. There's no way around it. Andrew Cuomo, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, those guys were the top dogs of the Democratic Party who may become the next president, or unless they decide to fortify the elections again. But yeah, those guys are completely done. Again, one is demented and old, the other is very unpopular, Andrew Cuomo has the issue of nursing homes as well as sexual allegations in his closet. So yeah, I do not see anyone becoming the main unifier or even just a big shot within the Democratic Party for 2024. That may potentially be a major rival to Donald Trump or even to any other Republican nominee. My name is Noah Meehan on The Art Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and share with friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding this video, such as how I speak or how I frame my videos or whatnot, please post them down in the comment section down below or directly message me. Thank you.
Almost heaven.